Okay, we're live.
This meeting is being recorded.
At this time, I'll call the regular meeting of the Board of All, or this is a special meeting, I'm sorry. I didn't give anybody a chance to correct me, I picked up on it right away. The special meeting of the Board of Aldermen to order. Please rise and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, and justice for all. Teresa, why is this a special meeting? This is not a regular meeting?
That's why this case,
Okay, I got it. Yep. Yeah, we should just revise our meeting schedule for at least the next 6 months, because I don't see much of a change coming. But anyways, roll call is, John Ingles. Present. Eric McPherson.
Present.
Chris Belmacy.
Here.
David Kinwani.
Present.
Stanley Kude. Maria McGordy.
Here.
Anthony Simonetti. Present. And Bernie Simon. Present. Okay, is there anyone from the public who would like to address the board? Please do so by stating your name and address for the record. I'll make one quick comment in the public portion. I see that more and more Connecticut school districts are closing down and going virtual till January. It seems to be the norm. Shelton did that prior to most schools, and there were some people that would like to portray publicly that it was because of the bus driver situation, which is absolutely and unequivocally not true. It's because of the staffing levels in the school system are way down because of the infection rate amongst teachers, which is a common theme throughout the state. I think it's important for board members to understand that when they approach social media and make commentary that is inaccurate. So, with that, we'll go on to the minutes for approval for item 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, special virtual meeting of October 8, 2020, special virtual public hearing on ordinances October 27, 2020, special virtual meeting November 4th, 2020.
Move to waive the reading and approve the reading minutes just elaborated on by the mayor. 2020, and November 4th, 2020. So moved.
Second. Motion is made by Anglais, seconded by Simonetti. Is there any discussion?
We'll continue with that learning model.
Favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
School leaders say there have been 150.
Are there any nays? Are there any nays?
Teachers will work to get students.
Hearing none, I'll say that the motion is passed unanimously. There are no items on 5.1, 5.2, or 5.3, the Finance Committee, the Public Health and Safety Committee, or the Street Committee. I have made my report with respect to the school system.
I have something in the president's report that let me communicate.
John, can you speak up?
Right on top of the microphone. Right on top of the microphone, right, Anthony?
What'd you say, John?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right? This is working. What I want to report is that you may not have seen this, but it's online. It's the November 4th, 2020 minutes of the Board of Education Finance Committee. And of interest to us in that is the fact that reimbursable projects that we are capital reimbursable projects that we are, awaiting reimbursement, have been addressed, and I thought you might be interested in knowing Elizabeth Shelton School and Sunnyside School. The paperwork on that reimbursement is completed and will be submitted during November. The high school project, it's ready to submit for reimbursement. The finance director, Board of Ed finance director is gonna reach out to the city hall for assistance regarding the sprinkler project. Of course, I think the high school had two different projects. One in,
The renovation committee, the renovation of Shelton High School, and the sprinkler,
project, so,
sprinkler project.
but he said they may need the state to approve it more formally. I don't know what that meant, but the paperwork is ready. I think the important thing is to know, from our perspective, is that they are working on it diligently, and, he's got a lot of the paperwork ready for submission. Now, one of the problems that they have is the, DAS system for this project. The state has put up the payment test application through the DAS system. I don't know what that means, but that's a difficulty that they're encountering with the state. So they're on it. That's the point.
And I would respectfully disagree with the comment towards diligency. The Sunnyside School roof was done 3 years ago. The Shelton High School project the building committee was closed over 5 years ago.
Yeah, well, I made that comment in reference to the point that Rick Belden, since he come in, he's been working on trying to get it done, and I think we have to recognize his efforts.
2 years later.
Oh,
2 years later. Okay, I'm not ready to recognize an effort when we're putting it at a disadvantage with our fund balance. After we accommodate these projects year in and year out and get things done expeditiously, and all we do is get criticized by people who are not in the know or people who are political.
Yep. Can't
So-
disagree with that.
So that's my position, and I'm gonna stay with it, and I'm gonna get more and more aggressive with it, because it needs to be said. Okay, so, that was your report. Now we go down to, item number 6, legal report, Corporation Council billing.
Move to authorize a total payment of $6,693.75 to Corporation Counsel Tedoshio Stanek LLC for services rendered for statements, plural, dated October 13, 2020, and November 4, 2020, with funds to come from the following legal services account. All $6,693.75 is coming from legal fees. So moved.
Second.
Motion is made by Anglais, seconded by Simons. Discussion.
I want everybody to make sure you understand, this is a 2-month bill, not one.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Are there any opposed? Hearing no opposed, the motion passes unanimously. Item 6.2 is Assistant Corporation Counsel billing.
But there is none. No statement.
He doesn't need any money this month, huh? All right, item number 7 is, we have the item from public hearing, item 7.1A, amendment to the Code of Ordinance Articles, Article 2, Street Excavation, Section 14-51, permit required, Ordinance 877.
Move to adopt the amendment to Code of Ordinance, Chapter 14, Street Excavations, Section 14-51, permit required, ordinance number 877, which is included by reference, and further, move that this ordinance be published in summary form with a full copy available for review in the office of the city town clerk. So moved.
Second. Motion is made and seconded. Any discussion?
public hearing was held. And when it's a minor, $25 to $50 for excavation permit, and going from $5 to $25 for driveway replacement permit. That's it.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Are there any opposed? Hearing none opposed, the motion passes unanimously. Next is the financial business old, 8.1, final resolution for the loan commitment with Newtown Savings.
Now, move to approve the final resolution for a loan commitment at the Newtown Savings Bank, which is referenced and reviewed by the Board of Aldermen and incorporated herein by reference in the minutes. And all the aldermen have this motion, so moved.
Second. Motion is made by Anglais and seconded by Simonetti. Discussion. The reason this is back again is because Newtown Savings Bank wanted a little further language in the motion for the approval, for this loan, and this loan is for the fire truck, as you probably are aware. Any discussion?
And what we did was, we already, in September 15th, we've approved this initially. And in that motion back in September, we didn't know the exact number. We put a number up to. This motion includes a number which is $1,328,500. That's an exact number. That's a difference. Should be aware.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Are there any opposed? If there is no opposed, the motion passes unanimously. Takes us to item number 9.1, November statutory refunds.
Move that the report of the tax collector relative to the refund of taxes for a total amount of $5,198.68 be approved, and that the finance director be directed to make payments in accordance with the certified list received from the tax collector, with funds to come from the statutory refunds account. So moved.
Second. Motion made by Anglais and seconded by Simons. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Are there any opposed? Are there any opposed? Hearing no opposition, motion passes unanimously. This takes us to item number 10, legislative new. There are no items to public hearing. And item 10.2, the adoption of the 2021 Board of Aldermen meeting schedule.
Just as brevity, I believe all the committee chairmen have received and reviewed their committee list of meetings throughout the year. We've reviewed the full Board of Aldermen. Nothing seems to change. We're on the same track as we did this year, so I'll just move to adopt the following Board of Aldermen meeting schedule for 2021 as attached here too, and that consists of the Board of Aldermen full board regular meetings, the Board of Aldermen public hearing on ordinances meetings, the Board of Aldermen Finance Committee meetings, the Board of Aldermen Public Health and Safety Committee meetings, and the Board of Aldermen Street Committee meetings. So moved.
Second. Motion is made and seconded for discussion. I note here that the time on here is 7 o'clock. I don't think it's realistic to say that, at least for the next 4 or 5 months, that the meetings will be at 7 o'clock. However, things could change. And any meeting that we do will be a special meeting per the initial opening discussion about, why it's a special meeting. So just for the record, be aware of that. Okay, motion is made by Anglais, seconded by Simonetti. Discussion.
I think it'd be a good idea if each of these committee chairmen was, opinion that they agree with this, with their committee schedule.
Well, I think that the agreement comes if they vote in the affirmative.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, if they didn't agree, it's in the discussion point where we're at right now, they should voice their objection. Is there any more discussion? Hearing no more discussion, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Are there any opposed? Hearing no opposition, the motion passes unanimously. Takes us to item number 11. There are no items. So at this time, I'll call for a motion of adjournment.
So moved.
Second. Motion is made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Everyone have a nice night and weekend.
You too. Take care.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye-bye now.